What's the best part about living in Indonesia, do you think?
Everything.
Okay.
To name a few, the weather, especially from where I'm from in the UK, it's cold, it's rainy, it's windy.
Okay.
It's not very pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
The food over here is really good. Also, the people are like super nice. I mean, like when we were playing State the Obvious, if we played that in the UK, we'd probably get into a fight.
Yeah.
Because people just don't find it funny. But over here, you know, people are more positive. They're more.
Do you have any? What do you think the lessons were learning from, say, being in the public eye?
But as far as being in the public eye, I think it was fun in the beginning.
Okay.
Because it's something new, right? And you're getting all this attention and you feel like a rock star or whatever. But after a while, it kind of pisses you off. You know, it is what it is. I mean, it's part of the job, right? You've got to be there. You've got to be nice to your fans, and you've got to take pictures and selfies and.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're just going to the mall with your spouse or something, you just want to do some shopping, you can. You can't go shopping without hundreds of. Well, it starts off with just one person. You know this as well, right?
Yeah.
It starts with just one person. Oh, can I take a picture? And then you take a picture, and then somebody else sees from behind the stacks of jeans or whatever in the clothes shop.
Yeah.
Oh, it's him. Can I take a picture? And before you know it, there's like 50 people wanting to take a picture, and you end up leaving without buying the jeans. You know, it's that kind of pissed me off. And then with all of the infotainment and stuff like that, I mean, it's good to get you exposure, but once something goes wrong or once something bad happens, they are just all over you. And that's quite scary. You know,
sure.
and once you see that side of being a public figure, you start not to like it. That's what happened to me. I started not to like it. And I don't know, there's certain levels in Indonesia, well, everywhere around the world, depending on how famous you are, depends on how much money you get paid. But for me, I wasn't really very famous at all, you know, so I wasn't.
Disagree with that, but.
Well, not really, not compared to like some of the other names that were around at the time.
But people obviously knew who you were.
They knew who I was, but it wasn't enough for me to get paid the big money that these other guys are getting. So for me, it wasn't worth it.
Okay.
You know, it's more hassle than the money that you get paid for. And also, you know, when I was filming, you'll know yourself, you know, you'll get to a location and then you have to wait for like 3 hours while we fix the cameras, change the set. You do your thing for like 10 minutes and then you got to wait another 2 hours while they change the set. And there's a lot of hanging around. And I just didn't think it was worth it.
So was the hardest part for you like the waiting around, or more like people trying to like take your time away when you're trying to get like something done? Or
everything,
yeah.
It was a mixture of everything. I mean, there's positive things about being a public figure as well. Don't get me wrong, you have a lot of influence over people. You know, you can help out in a lot of ways. But for me, it just wasn't worth it. I didn't enjoy it. Some people enjoy it. I didn't.
Do you so I would say you're probably in the top 5 best bands in Indonesia for a while.
Depends on the genre. I mean, if we're talking about rock, blues, then we were the best. Probably in the whole of Southeast Asia.
Okay, so do you have more fond memories or like a bad view of what happened in over the time of like being from the start until the end?
It was good. I had a really good time. I mean, that was like 12 years of my life. It was an awesome time. I mean, when you're hanging around with the same like 3 people all the time, especially when you go on tour or something like that, you start to know them like they become a family member, right? You know everything about them, and then you, obviously with family members, there's certain things that piss you off, but they can't help it, you know, because that's just how it is. But generally, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, but I think I got out just at the right time. You know, so quit while you're ahead, I guess.
Quit while you're ahead. Which is apa ya bahasa Indonesia? Quit while you're ahead. Berhenti.
Just
maju.
go on Google Translate.
Quit while you're ahead. Or put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the best part about living in Indonesia, do you think?
Everything.
Okay.
To name a few, the weather, especially from where I'm from in the UK, it's cold, it's rainy, it's windy.
Okay.
It's not very pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
The food over here is really good, and a lot of it's pretty healthy as well, right?
Okay.
Compared to like in the UK, you go to the supermarket, you'll buy like fish fingers, chicken nuggets,
Yep, sausages.
frozen stuff that you fry, and that's not really good. But
Yeah, true.
over here, yeah, they have that over here as well, but generally I think it's healthier. Also, the people are like super nice. I mean, like when we were playing State the Obvious, if we played that in the UK, we'd probably get into a fight.
Yeah.
Because people just don't find it funny. But over here, you know, people are more positive. They're more light-humored, more easygoing. You know, they're not so serious, which is I like that.
Yeah.
And then obviously, Indonesia's a beautiful country as well. We've got everything here. We've got cities, we've got beaches, we got otak-otak, we got mountains, you know, and I just really like it.
It's got a lot of benefits.
Yeah.
And generally, it's a great country to live in. What's your favorite Indonesian food?
Good question. I kind of like rendang
Okay.
and sate lilit. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know something.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay. What's something that you would love to do in Indonesia that you've never done before?
I'd like to visit Raja Ampat. I'd like to visit Papua. I've never been to Papua. Some of the islands around Ambon, like Halmahera.
Okay.
Places like Bangka Belitung, I haven't been there either.
Okay.
Morotai. But there's so many places I've checked out. It's in North Maluku.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, there's a lot of places that I've seen on Google Earth, but I've never visited yet.
Do you feel that you're gonna live in Indonesia for life?
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. That's cool. What do you think is the hardest part about the difference in cultures? Like we're both married to obviously Indonesians. And we're obviously I'm Aussie. You're from the UK. What do you think is the hardest thing to adapt in terms of the culture, especially at the start and then even till now?
Yeah, I think it's kind of hard because every family is different, right? I mean, in Indonesia, you've got families where their kids, even though they're like 30, 40 years old, they're still living there.
Okay.
And then you've got other families which are more like where we come from, where, okay, you're 18, get out, go and find your own money, go and find your own place to stay.
Okay.
So it's not, I don't know, the culture has a lot of similarities, just depends on the type of family, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, what some of the obvious things like using your right hand to shake people's hands and give, receive money, give money and stuff like that, not using your left hand.
Yeah.
That doesn't come into play in England, right?
No,
or in Oz, that's not even thought about. And then
yeah, it's true.
getting used to using a bidet, which is actually way better than using,
What's a
tissue
bidet?
paper. The bum gun.
Ah, B-Day. I'm thinking, B-Day? What's that, a birthday?
No, it's the bum gun. The squirt.
Is it called a B-Day?
That's the official name. Yeah.
B?
It's actually French. It's B-I-D-E-T.
Oh,
I think,
okay.
bidet.
There you go. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
And it's pronounced B-Day or just
B-Day.
like birthday, like.
Yeah, I guess
You
so.
can
Yeah.
sync up. You can shorten it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A B-Day. What is he doing? okay.
Bidet.
B-Day, yeah. Bidet.
Something like that.
Oh,
Depends on
interesting.
where
you
you're
come
from. France.
Yeah.
If you're from France, then probably they say it different.
Yeah.
So
it's
there's
true.
that.
Pronunciation.
But as far as culture,
Uh-huh.
I think in our culture, people don't respect their elders as much as people in Indonesia. In Indonesia, they have a very high respect for older people, older generations,
Yep.
which they don't have in the West.
Yeah, that's
really.
true. Yeah,
And that's a good
true.
thing in Indonesia, definitely. I really like that.
Yep. Fair enough.
Another thing is, I know in the UK, when your parents get old, you send them into a nursing home.
Okay. Yeah.
Not everybody does that, but that's kind of expected, right?
Yeah. Biasa, yeah.
But over here, people get taken care of by their own family, by their children, by their grandchildren. I mean, I don't even know if there are nursing homes over here. I never seen one.
Yeah, not many.
Yeah.
I forgot what they're called.
Pantai Jompo.
Yeah, Pantai Jompo. Yeah,
I know the word, but I never seen one. I don't know where they exist. So.
Yeah, they are.
They're not common.
Yeah, they're not common. It's
yeah,
true.
But they are in the UK.
Yeah, Pantai Jompo. Yeah. When I think Jompo, I think Hompo.
Nompo.
Nompo. So this is you're going on your. Oh, you're not going on. You're on your second marriage now. What did you learn from? Do you think you learned from your first marriage, and then going on to your second marriage, especially the culture and stuff?
Yeah, I got married way too young the first time. Okay. I was like 20, or maybe 21. I can't quite. I think I was 20. I was 20 when I got married. 20, it's way too young because when you're in your 20s, you don't. You change when you know the transition between 20-year-old and 40-year-old is huge for most people. Things that are important to you when you're 20 no longer become important to you when you're 40.
Okay.
And vice versa. You have a different set of responsibilities. You've grown as a person. You become more mature. And there's some things that I don't know. You
see life in different perspective and
things
totally change. Yeah.
You change as a person and. Your partner, you know, if you get married young, they also change as a person. They have different views from you. They have different ideologies, and you find that you kind of grow apart.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was kind of what happened to me, and I realized that when I was in my mid-30s, and I got divorced and went our separate ways.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm with Chichi now, and we're way more compatible. In every aspect, so
yeah. Do you so if you tell your 20-year-old self, don't get married so young?
Absolutely.
Look back on it and do
I would do. Okay. And I'd say that to my kids as well. Don't get married until you're at least 27. They've done studies, right? They've done studies, and they say that the ideal age for somebody to get married, if you're a guy, is I think around 32.
Oh, really?
And as a woman, it's like 27.
Wow. Okay.
And that's because, you know, you change.
Yeah.
So if you get married with somebody when you're in your early 20s, and then you become different people by the time you're 35, that's a recipe for disaster, really, right?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't know that, 32. Okay. So you're not involved in any public speaking, you're not involved with playing in a band anymore.
No.
You're not in the public eye anymore.
No, thank God.
And so you're totally at ease with that and also enjoying it a lot more.
Yeah,
correct?
Absolutely. I mean, I get to have my own privacy. People don't know exactly what's going on in my life.
Yeah.
And I like that, you know. I mean, when you're doing this public figure stuff, it's kind of nice. And now nobody knows what the inside of my house looks like. They don't see my kitchen, you know, they don't see any of that. And I like it a lot better.
Yeah, that's great that
you don't have to perform for people, you know.
Yeah.
You don't have to be this certain character when you're out in public.
Yeah.
You can just be who you want, you know. It's like move around in stealth.
And you're a lot, if you don't know already, you can see Jono online on his YouTube, and he's super, he's kicking butt. He's his own boss, and he's crushing it like a boss with online. So tell the people what you're actually doing in terms of how you make a incredible new career and super successful.
I develop softwares.
Okay.
And I do business consulting. Basically those two things. It's a lot more complicated than that, but that's kind of
keep it the
best,
basic,
best way to understand it.
And you're just generally a lot happier, and life's a lot better now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. I'm so happy for you.
Thanks,
seriously,
Cobbs.
not a problem. It's my pleasure. All right, guys. I think that's enough.
That's enough. I think we've been going for like
15 minutes.
23 minutes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Plus to state the obvious.
Yeah. All right, so guys, thank you for coming to meet one of my best friends in the world. We're going to do something in the future more than this, kind of something funny together. But I love seeing Jono. I love hanging out with him and Cheche, and our friendship means a lot to me, and also with Pez, aka Cheche. And I wish you guys all the best, guys. Thanks. Jangan lupa like dan subscribe to my TV. To Tyson Lynch TV. God bless.